Property Pairings, episode 29.
Love that.
I love that. That was actually really
good. That's like
good.
my favorite thing now.
That's actually really cool.
So
I
too.
feel instantly more professional now.
I do too. Welcome back to episode 29 of Property Pairings. I'm Eric Kinzler
And I'm Mike Pavone.
with the Windermere Real Estate
Yes.
at Yarrow Bay.
At Yarrow
We
Bay.
had to
Oh
do
my
that.
God.
When we were recording our other thing, we were just kind of like
Oh,
deadpan. You bring a different energy, and we appreciate it.
Dry.
It was very seemed
Q-
really quiet
very
too.
Q&A.
well,
Even though we're in the same room.
but we had to look. She's like, I need you to look directly at the camera, which is fine. But like, we're more conversational right now,
yeah.
and it's not like the first 11 episodes when I was staring at the wrong camera. Like, she's over here initially, and then the camera's over there, but she's asking me the question, and I invariably want to look at her to address her.
Yeah.
And actually, I said, like, can you sit right behind the camera if you want me to look at the camera? So,
Yeah, it's typically the rule of thumb with like any sort of interview style videos that I've ever been a part of. Like the director or the person asking the questions is like right behind the camera.
I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out because I did try to Eric it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like phone voice Eric.
The hospitality.
The reason I love Windermere Ready
Oh no, you did that?
on
Because
some of it, I was just like, I'm for sure when I was doing I've been in real estate for 8 years now. The reason I got into real estate was a terrible thing, and I was just like, we're just gonna keep going with it. It's my energy to do this is not there yet. And there was not, like, you're kind of mirroring the image, the
You're getting the energy off of her.
Yeah.
And again, she was fine. Like, it wasn't
She
her,
was
but
nice, yeah.
But it's not this kind of an interaction. So we're mirroring the energy we're getting. We're not allowed to look at her. We have to look at the camera.
I mean, she's in a tough position. We've built up, 28 episodes of chemistry now.
I thought you said it was 29.
We haven't done
Today's
29
29.
yet.
Oh yeah. Okay. It was a bunch of repeating the question back too. So it was like, she'd be like, okay, name, company, how long you've been in the business, but say that back with those things. It's like, my name is Eric Kinzler. I work at Windermere Yarrow Bay on the Pavone Kinzler team.
I didn't say that.
I
yeah.
know.
Sorry.
I'm just messing with you.
Well, yeah, no, because it was. She's like, yeah, we need you to work the question back into the answer. It's like, I don't think that way.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's like, how long have you been in the business or where are you at, right? Those are the easy ones. But it's like, can you share a little bit more as to why this program was so helpful to your client doing X, Y, and Z? It's like, this was so helpful to my client doing X, Y, and Z because it's like, I don't talk like that.
Nobody,
It's like
nobody
when-
talks like that, but in interviews, like that is the way because most of the time they're not, depending on the type of video, they're not including the question,
Totally.
unless it's maybe some sort of like
Overlay.
text or or something. And but yeah, it feels very like college application prompt-ish of like you have to like read this question. Well, the reason I'd like to attend San Diego State University is because
is because you put 18 lines here for me to fill out this answer.
Yeah.
And really, it's just because my parents live next door.
But yeah, I can see that's not natural.
This has become far more comfortable for us. That was more of a challenge.
Yeah.
And especially as you got further into the questions, there was one. The last question was throwing me because it wasn't that it was kind of a tongue twister the way they asked it, and we had to do two cuts where it was talking about the program under one name and talking about the same program under another name, and she kept using the same the same name every time when referencing how to answer the question. I'm like, and then it was just I was ready for that to be over.
Fair enough.
We just wanted to get to you.
Yeah. We're like, let's get this done with.
It's Friday, we made it. So was that today or yesterday?
That was this morning. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why the door was open.
10 o'clock. Yeah. And things were like a little moved. I was lucky. I
It's kind
found
of already halfway there.
found the
Cord
for that. Yeah. She was like, "Do you know where that's at?" And I'm like, "I think it's in here." And then it was like, "Just leave this stuff. I think Jake will put it back where it needs to go."
Yep.
this week.
Wait.
Oh,
On that topic,
uh-oh.
yesterday we were watching the videos from the last week's that you sent over,
Oh yeah.
and I've decided unilaterally that we need to make a drinking game. And the drinking game is when I say, it's been a week. I watched it again. I'm like, how many times have I said this?
Every episode
I could make
of...
a compilation of that for sure.
It's been a week. It's been a week. It's been a week.
Yeah. It's on every episode of Property
I
Pairings,
think so.
for sure.
I didn't even realize
that
it.
would actually be an easy compilation for me to make because it's just always at the front.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize how many times I did this, but it hit me in the face
I wonder
when we did it this time.
what are my go-tos?
I don't.
Do I do a lot of Oh Gods?
Or eye rolls.
Yeah.
You've kind of tapered off on the Oh Gods, but
Wow.
I don't know that you really have one like that that I
Just
can
Mike.
think of.
Well, I'm going to need one.
You need one.
Yeah. Oh, God. I'll just bring it back.
Anyways, I figured I just had to open up with that. Is that I didn't realize how often I would say that until I saw that. I've seen it 27 times before, and then when you see it on the 28th one, you're like, maybe I am saying that a lot.
I do say that quite a bit.
Hmm.
We had one closing this week.
Yep. Which was probably hands down the easiest client we've had this year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I love her. She's been awesome.
It's not, we're grateful for it, but there is one when you do have a client that it's just everything kind of falls into place and nothing really happens and there's no fires to put out or, some water supply lines that are shooting all over the house. And it just kind of goes together smoothly and you're just like, oh, I just needed one of those.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of like a fix until the next one while you're dealing with other things. So she was really great. And so that closed yesterday. So
Yeah. That was nice. Closed a week early.
What was easy about it, or like working with her?
Yeah, from start to finish, it was just like, I'm ready to buy. Use the lender that we like, one of our lenders that we like to use. Got pre-approved instantly. Like there's some people who kind of drag their feet on the pre-approval process,
Sure.
and it's just like, oh, we'll check in with our lender and be like, we're still waiting on X, Y, Z. But it was just like within a day, we had everything ready to go. And
You
then,
can't show homes until that's.
you could, but
You
it's not
can't.
best practice. Like, 'cause if you're not approved and you don't know what you're
Then
qualified to buy,
You're
like,
not ready to make an offer.
we're not
Yeah.
doing the best by you. If we're saying, yeah, let's go look at houses, but we don't know if this is actually something you can do.
Right.
But she got approved quite easily. We went out for one round of showings. We always use kind of the analogy, like you can buy the first house you see, but usually people don't. She literally buys the first house she sees. We get waivers on appraisal. It just, inspection confirmed everything we already knew. We already had a game plan for that. She was comfortable with that. We close early.
yeah,
Like,
got it for a good price. Got
Mhm.
credit for the seller or from the seller. So
she got like a phenomenal rate. Like,
yeah.
Once in a while, it's nice to just get those where they just come together like that.
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. What else? We're going to be spinning up another one. We actually picked up, might be a little bit of a topic for discussion, a little bit real estate related. We picked up another seller in a community that we had just sold in.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's something we always strive for, to do a really great job and to hopefully get that kind of referral. But yeah, we snagged one in the same community on the top floor versus the bottom floor, and we're kind of deploying on the same plan to get that home ready for sale. But it was just, it was a nice feather in our cap for what we do and how hard we work, that someone saw that and saw that value and saw that worth, and it's like, hey, I'm interested in talking with you guys. So that was a good win for us.
Yeah, she had already bought something else, and so she was living there already. I think the part of that, though, is like, as soon as Mike or I meet someone, if they need something for one of their other properties, like, we're helping them do that. And Mike has been, like, for lack of better terms, like hand-holding and helping her with several things at this property that we didn't even help her buy. Someone else did, and it's like, oh, well, I need to do some electrical work here, and I don't even know. And it's like, well, let us get our electrician over there at this other property for you. And being able to utilize our vendors like that is huge.
Nice.
Yeah, it's worked out very well, and she's been very appreciative of that. So that was a win for us this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that helps just build trust and rapport.
Yeah.
Well, and it's the it kind of goes to something I'd been talking about this morning with one of our other team members that we work with about what's a differentiator with like brokers. Like you can have, you can have your everybody, we were talking about this, elaborating on it further. Like you look at a cross section of brokers, and a lot of them already have 5-star reviews of everything, right? But are you really delivering that service, or is the person that's giving you the review just saying like, I'm just going to give them 5s because I don't want to do anything else, because then they'll ask me, well, why did you give me a 4 on something, right? And Eric was kind of going back through our reviews, kind of looking at what we had done historically, and you can see it in the people we work with. Like they'll write
Paragraphs.
Yeah. And sometimes you just, in our line of work, it's nice to remember that you're doing a good job. And then when you get those little feathers in your cap, that's always nice too.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good for us this week. What else?
I mean, part of it's just getting that listing ready. By the time this is on here, it will already be on the market. So,
Yep.
don't report me. Although there is a listing video I want to do. The next time we have like a single family home listing, I saw this one where she's like, we are not allowed to advertise homes that are not on the market. And so that's kind of her spiel. So this home does not have a fully fenced flat backyard with swimming pool. But it's like, the joke was it was already listed, but it was just like all of the activity because people thought it wasn't. And I'm sure they were trying to report her or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I want to do that because I was down in Arizona. So that's my next thing. Yeah.
What was the other one you saw? You saw one where it was like the house was talking.
Yeah. Jake and I are going to do that one.
Was that one? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, he was telling me about it. I didn't know you guys were talking about it. Where it was like the house is talking. I'm like, you got to explain this to me. The house is giving the interview or something like that?
Yeah, it's like an AI voiceover. And I mean, you can't tell it's AI, right? We could use like Morgan Freeman or something. That'd be cool. And it's like,
oh, we should do that.
I know. Or Darth Vader voice. Maybe if we have one around May 4th, that would be really fun. It has to be the right
Write
house,
it down.
And a client that would be okay with that.
Oh, that would be fun.
Very modern, renovated house, black exterior paint.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Purposely put in a Lego of a figurine or whatever.
Huh.
Lego Death Star.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
Costco's got the original Game Boy Lego thing right now. Like that's their Lego. It's the gray and purple one.
Huh. I want to get either the original, the Death Star, or the Millennium Falcon Lego thing. But then my kids are going to play with it, and I don't want them to.
Yeah, there's no one of those pieces. Well, no, because they always come with the extra pieces just to throw you off.
Well, and you can order like if you're missing a piece, but they want to like play with my stuff, and I don't want. They keep ruining it.
I know. I've seen you guys put stuff on the taller shelves, and I've watched them climb those built-ins that you have right off the kitchen. Yeah.
Yep.
They like climb them like a ladder. Look at this, Uncle Eric. And then I'm like, well, what are we getting? Like, let's not do that. You're getting pretty high off the ground.
And not all this cabinet that he's talking about, not all those shelves are built in. There's some of them are adjustable.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. I feel like part of it is just like let them find out. Let them understand what that means.
Yeah, just not on my watch.
That happened to me as a kid. I want to say I couldn't have been older than 3 or 4. So I was definitely at that like climbing age as a boy. And my dad, the house that we were at that age in the garage, he had like a full kind of weight set cage, squat rack sort of thing. and I was climbing on that thing like it was a jungle gym. Fell off from the top, split my head open on the concrete floor of the garage, and that was a learning moment.
Clark did that too. Clark did exactly what you're describing. Climbing the thing, falls off, hits the back of his head, blood everywhere. Had to go get stitches.
Oof. I've busted my head open 3 or 4 times.
Hmm.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
I know. My parents got like one time, I guess Child Protective Services came to talk to them because I had been in so much.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was also a climber, but it was just like one time I was doing dishes on this popcorn tin can, water got on the ground, and I was messing around and
it slid.
And my head hit the countertop, busted open. Mm-hmm. And then I was climbing the fence because my mom put a lock on it to stay inside the fenced yard. So I was climbing over. And this is before I had to have been like between 3 and 6. So fall over that, bust my head open, running around. I was running around like a checkout at Walmart when they had metal baskets and ran into a basket. Busted my head open.
Is it always busting your head open?
Always the front, yeah. And then the last one was we were playing baseball with neighborhood kids. Metal baseball bat comes around. I'm behind as the catcher. Bam, in the head.
It's explaining something to me here.
I know. I guess I don't know what it would be explaining.
I think it's like primarily the boys too, right? Because my brother, 2 boys. What was it? On Wednesday morning, he had a house that he sold in South Seattle. They needed some help moving some like staging stuff out. So he's like, hey, can you help me move this bed? My wife can't do it. She's pregnant. I'm like, sure. So I go over to this house to help him. Whole family's there, so say hi to my nephews or whatever. But like when you're trying to move stuff out and then you're in a staged house and you're like, all right, boys, just go hang out in this other side room, right?
Yeah.
Then they're trying to play hide and seek. They go into the closet. Boom. Closet doors fall off. Knocks one of them over. The other one's trapped under a closet door. And we're like, all right, is everyone okay? And yeah, they're just like a little like scared. No tears though.
Didn't even touch the doors. Right? Like, do you remember
It's just
that?
like, it's always something with the boys because they're just nonstop running around, climbing. You know this, obviously.
I saw an Instagram reel, and I'll have to find the song for you, but there's a song where the caption says, when you're a dad of 3 boys, we only have 2, but there's a song where there's this like James Brown kind of ha sound in it, and it's like, it's just all you doing as a dad. You're like, hey, cut it out the whole time. I'll have to find it for you.
Yeah, their third is going to be a boy, and I was like,
Ooh.
I wanted it to be a girl, but we'll see if they go for 4.
Yeah.
3 boys might be plenty.
I was thinking about the other day, like I was, when we had our 2 boys, it's like, please be a 3rd boy because I know what I'm doing. I really don't, but at least I was familiar with that, right?
Yeah.
And then we find out it's going to be a girl, and I'm like, oh, great. I'm assuming it's different. Not really, but like it has been awesome to have a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they get their girl at some point. She has been great.
Yeah.
She's been a little bit combative at school lately. We've had something like 15 incident reports in 2 weeks now. So
It sounds like it's getting worse.
it's getting better. That's what they tell me. Like, it's not biting anymore because she's 2.
Yeah.
It's more been scratching, and she's been more apologetic, and she's been using her words more, and it's a process. But there's a little part of you where, like, you see the incident repeat because he sees them, like we've mentioned. You see the incident report email in my email, and it's like, please, someone do something to my daughter instead of my daughter doing something to somebody else. Nope. We got.
Well, what were you telling me about yesterday? You were like, yeah, no incident reports. I get to the school to pick her up.
Oh yeah, I asked. Was today a good day? We didn't see any incident reports. Yeah. And the teacher I was talking with was like, yeah, today was a good day. I'm like, yes. No incident reports. I log her out. An hour later, still no incident reports. And then like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock last night, the incident reports came through. They're not even sending them individually anymore. They just send them in one big email. So there's like, you have to keep scrolling. All of them are scratching. And then you're like, well, are you sure these are different? No, there's different timestamps. I'm like, good God.
They've just done the consolidation method. They're like, we're not going to send these when they happen. We're just going to wait until the end of the day. After they drive off, then we're going to fill out all the reports. Then we're going to send them in the evening.
I will say this, like, and we love the school that they're at. Kirkland, they were all at Kirkland Children's School, and the main gal there, her name's Annie. She wrote us a nice email yesterday. It's like, look, I know that it, basically in paraphrases, like, I know it's frustrating. You feel like it's getting worse. She's like, actually, it's been getting better, and here's the reasons why, and it's a process. And like, we were appreciative that she sent that, because if you're only seeing them,
yeah,
all you see is incident reports. It's like, and she's not really old enough to articulate what's going on. It's just like, okay, quit beating up everyone.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You're already thinking of your future, and you're like, all right, the alternative school is 2 blocks away from the regular school.
Yeah,
and
where am I
that's
going to put her
end-
next?
Another week out of surgery for you. How you feeling?
Better and worse at the same time. Short version, I went in for my 2-week post-op checkup, and that's where the doctor's like, I had the actual opportunity to talk to the doctor who performed the surgery. And again, speaking to the things like they don't tell you, he's like, well, let me show you the pictures. He shows me the pictures. Like, there's the tear of your umbilical hernia. I was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, he's explaining to me the inguinal hernia. He's like, this is where that was. I'm like, and I asked him, well, how big are the patches on these things? The mesh that they put in there, right? And I thought it was like, if the tear is this long, but it's a tear, so like, put it back together, right? And like, Band-Aid size patch? He goes, no, it's 4.5 inches for the one that's there, and then the lower one is 4 by 6. I'm like, oh. And then he started explaining to me what they did. I was like, well, that explains why I'm in so much pain.
Wow, yeah.
They don't tell you that when you go into it. He was great. I feel like a little context would help. Like, hey, be prepared.
Yeah.
So I'm doing better, but today has been a little rough. I've been getting off the last of the pain meds because I don't really want to be on them, and I was feeling it. So every week will be a little bit better.
So I have a client who, have a client that, a terrible segue actually. Now that I
That's
think about
terrible.
it. I know. He calls me this weekend, and like part of his garage is like cracked and the sidewalk on the outside of it has sunken a little bit.
Wait, the sidewalk did too? I thought it was just the garage.
No, it's the corner of the garage. It's a sidewalk right in front of that part as well. So it's like, instead of being flat, it's like leaning now.
So
Like
do you know if there was a tree there?
I looked at the previous listing photos. There was a tree. There were, it looked like maybe 2 trees were right there that were removed before listing.
So Eric calls and he's like, and we had company over, and I called them late. I got back later, but he showed me the pictures, and I was like, where is this again? And he's explaining it to me, and it's a hinge crack. So the slab has just gone from this to this, and that when that happens, it can actually pull away too.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to he's like, the ground is soft there, and like something has to have changed. And our first reaction was like, did they remove a tree?
Yeah, the sellers did before listing. So it wasn't my buyers, but my initial reaction was, if there's that quickly of a change, like you could hear it cracking, if there's that much of a change happening live, it's got to be like sudden water, right? So I'm like, I just drive over there. It's, I don't know, 10:30 at night. I drive to his house, and I'm like, it's not wet on the outside. So even though it's on slab, there's a crawl space for the house. So I go into the crawl space. I'm like climbing around down there. Nothing's wet down there. And I'm like, what the heck? that to me is like the only thing I can think of that would cause it to live crack in front of someone. When I was talking with the gal on the phone with Slapjack, she said that like overly dry ground can start to separate too. And so there could have been like almost like a tiny sinkhole situation in some spot.
Well, that's what I wonder, because it's a fairly shaded area, right?
Yeah.
It's going to retain moisture better. If you dug out a tree or things dry out, like there has to be a change fundamentally to the system, right? For you to all of a sudden start cracking. So if you dig out a tree, but you don't properly compact,
Yeah.
as water and things settle and move through there, you're going to pull from one area and pull it into another, into a lower area,
Right.
which could be removing soil, sinkhole-esque, from that corner. I wouldn't be surprised if you remove the slab, you see that there's a cavity there, and probably soil's gone down underneath it.
Yeah. I'm hopeful that Slapjack will have a good solution because it's just the corner and right on the outside of it. And there's no cracks in
The foundation.
the exterior foundation. So it's got to just be right underneath it.
So how long ago did they move in or close?
I think they closed in July.
Okay.
So it's been a couple of months, and
Yeah.
it has been really dry. So I don't know if that played into anything. But the spots that I were feeling further down, it was soft, but nothing was wet. I was like digging with my hands down because I'm like, it's got to be water.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I could think of. But no, it wasn't. It wasn't wet.
So what happens when like seller removed that tree, right? So you guys are thinking probably linked to that somehow, like you said, didn't properly fill the dirt back in, whatever. But this crack happens, you know, obviously if it closed past inspection, this crack happens a couple months now that the buyer's moved in. Is that just like bummer for the buyer? Now you have a thing to fix?
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, that's
Unless you
part
could,
of it,
unless
yeah.
you could prove like fraud or intent to deceive. I'm not using probably the correct legal terms here, but if you could show that the seller intentionally hid something, which is very hard to do,
Yeah.
that's about all you got. But when something like that happens, once those keys are yours, it's your responsibility.
Yeah, it would be the same thing as like someone's using the dishwasher and they come back and all of a sudden there's water all over their hardwood floors. It's like, well, you can't really go back to the seller for that if it wasn't hooked up correctly or something like that. You'd have to go through your insurance. It's kind of on you once you purchase, unless the seller clearly knew.
Yeah.
But
Is
yeah,
there
as a side note, never leave your house when you have the dishwasher on. Any kind of water appliance, like you really shouldn't leave and go because things like that can happen.
Yeah, that's wise. Is there a I don't know what the time period would be called, but from when you like close, is there a 30-day period? I don't know, I'm just throwing a number out there of if something like that were to come up that you could go back and be like, hey, this is kind of odd. This wasn't.
It's not like with cars, or what is it? You have like the lemon law or something like that. Like
yeah.
no, there's nothing like that. It is. I think are we technically buyer beware state? But basically, it's on the buyer to do the due diligence. So if a seller procures an inspection report and you accept that, and then there's problems, that's on you. If you do your own inspection, but the inspector didn't do a very good job, that's on you. If you didn't do one, that's on you.
Okay.
So
Yeah, on this particular thing, I don't know the sellers very well, but I doubt they knew removing a tree would then cause some sort of sinkhole situation in the garage. Because garages do typically settle. You do see cracks in garage, but you'll see like a settlement crack and it's still even. Like this is like you can feel the difference in height.
Yeah, I mean, for them, if the seller, if it is in fact could be laid at the feet of the trees being removed and maybe the roots being dug out and then the whole root ball being removed and then you're just kind of backfilling in, you really have to compact it. And if they didn't know to do that, or whoever did it for them, just like, oh, this is fine. Yeah. If there's a fix there, and it's not, I mean, there's a whole spectrum of fixes, but probably the one you're talking about is going to be sufficient to deal with what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they go out there and evaluate it and they're like, no, we just need to raise this part back up and then the sidewalk won't be slanted anymore.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I can't even think of the last time we had any other sale or something like that could be attributable to a seller with concrete certainty. I think I had one maybe like 10 years ago that was related to like an oil tank where we just happened to find the technician who had been the one servicing that tank somehow. And he's like, oh yeah, no, there was a problem there. And he knew, and he's like, oh yeah, I put it on their reports, but they didn't, let us know. Like that was the only time I think I've ever had anything close to that.
Yeah.
Is Jared out of town now?
He is in Mexico. Yeah, he's at a wedding in Mexico. I'm taking care of the dogs, so that's been fun. We have like a neighbor. Mike can actually help them buy their house out in Ames Lake a few years back, and so she's taking care of the dogs for me whenever I'm at work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and then their little boy.
Yeah. He calls them, he's like, when do we get to go see the soft dogs again? Yeah. So, yeah, that's been good. I think he gets back on Monday. As far as I know, the wedding is going well. The drinks are flowing, so
I'm sure.
Yeah.
As they do in Mexico.
Yeah, exactly. The villa looks really, really nice. Nice views of the water.
Where in Mexico are they?
Puerto Vallarta?
Never been to that part.
Me either.
Julia found for our next family trip, she wants to go to Mexico.
Oh yeah.
And she found one of those all-inclusive things. Like, and my one ask is, does it have one of those places where you can just like free-range kid place where you just put them inside of there and then they go do their own thing? Like we can go have dinner for one night. She's like, yeah, it's got that. Okay, cool.
All-inclusive daycare.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Good luck. Here,
Yeah.
take them for the night.
I don't know how it would possibly work, but my parents have a timeshare at a all-inclusive place in Mexico.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if it would have all the same amenities that you guys would be looking for, but cost-wise, I don't know if it would be more affordable if they could like give you a week of like sell you a week of theirs or something, or book it for you potentially.
Yeah, I'd love to pull at that thread on
Right,
that one
yeah.
because I don't know exactly what this is going to cost.
You're just like, yay.
Well, we were supposed to do it in 2020 or 2021.
Oh, that's when you all gonna go?
We were going to go. And then it was like, things are still kind of shutting down and then opening back up. It's like, I am not getting stuck in Mexico.
No.
Yeah.
And not knowing how long. Because we had friends that got stuck in Europe. Him and it was a work colleague of Julia's, and her husband, I think it was, went over there to visit family. Everything got shut down and they couldn't come home for 6 months. So at that time, I was like, that was the most recent thing that I had heard. I was like, nope, not getting stuck in Mexico.
Domestic only.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be miserable.
I'm flying to LA for a wedding on Sunday, and
Nice.
I'm like realizing I still don't have the like real ID thing. So I just have to use
Passport.
fly with my passport, which I'm like, it's fine, but obviously you don't want to like. It's just more risk of losing that.
Right, yeah.
You know.
When I flew back from this end of life thing that I did for my grandmother and my uncle, I had my real ID, but I had it from so long ago that I didn't remember. And when I get through the airport, they're like screaming at every passenger, you need to have this. It's like, I hope this is the right, okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Because everyone in the lineup had that, but it's like, I've never seen that many passports in my life. of people doing that at the airport. Just everyone with passports, and they're going domestic flights.
But you're
Yeah.
allowed to.
You are. It's an acceptable form of ID, right? But like I had just it threw me because I'm seeing every other person in the line holding their passport. Like, what are all these people doing?
Yeah.
Well, I tried earlier in the summer, but you have to book an appointment, and the appointments were booked out the entire summer.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna try again later, I guess. But I have like one flight per month, for September, October, November. I'm like, well, maybe when I get back from LA, I'll see if there's an appointment available. But if not, we're going passport domestic.
I booked mine in April, and it was for July.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got mine, but I had to wait 3 months to get it. Unless I wanted to drive somewhere else. And I was like, I'm not driving. I don't have any flights coming up, so.
It's nationwide now, right?
Uh,
Is that what it was? Because like there was a few states that were like we're pushing out just a little bit further.
oh, yeah, now it's required. Yeah.
It's okay.
So, but a lot of other states had already had it or had the correct version of it.
So the days of the laminated driver's licenses
Those are gone. Yeah, you're not making your own fake IDs anymore.
Man.
Mike's would just be for younger. Oh, when the girl came in, Mike's like walking funky, right, because of his surgery. I was like, don't mind him, it's fine. He had hip surgery. He had a hip replacement.
She just like, oh, okay. I'm like, no, I did not.
Or knee replacement. I don't remember which one. I said one of the.
Just keep them flowing.
There was something else that I said too. I don't remember to imply.
You're just full of it. Well, then there's the one we're looking at in West Seattle. That was a whole conversation because it's an estate sale, and one party wants to maybe buy out the other party, and the number that they're talking about is like, well, that would technically make sense when your net proceeds are equivalent to like a certain other like a number without realtor costs and other fees associated with it. But it's like, if you don't take this to market, you've seen the home. It's like,
yeah, I know, it's cool.
it's a very cool home, and there's a tremendous amount of potential there, unlike most. Like, you're not going to know what you're going to get here. Like, you can get $50,000, potentially you get $100,000 more than what I pitched it at. Is this is market value because of the potential there. He's like, oh, I hadn't thought about that. I was like, I would take it to market, and if you don't sell it to the person who wants to buy it out anyways.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, we're going to do 60 days on market or whatever. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kind of the back half of this year will probably be a little quieter. We have to sell my place at some point. So that'll be coming up.
Yep. Yeah, I guess we still have a couple of things. It just all of a sudden it's starting to feel lighter. Well, things like getting prepped for next year.
Well, that's that kind of seasonal trajectory. Like when you start getting into like October, all of a sudden the conversations change to holidays are coming. I don't think I want to do this right now. It's like, I get that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So today I'm very excited because I do get to, after this is done, I gotta go gather up the little delinquent over there at her school before she beats anybody else up, get her home, and then I get to go to the fall festival at my kid's school.
What's that?
I have no idea. They've only been doing it for 3 years, but he was very specific. They wanted me there.
Nice.
There's like, but it sounds like there's like ice cream stands and book things, and apparently you get like a special bracelet if you hit. There's like 3 bracelets to collect if you do certain activities, and they're very adamant they want to get those 3 bracelets.
In those activities cost.
They
have a little charge associated
it's probably like,
with
hey,
it. Yeah, they're like, if you get all 3 bracelets, you get to be part of the pizza party, and each bracelet's like $15.
It's like your parent has to get on a dunk stand thing, whatever it is, where they throw the baseballs at it and you drop into the water.
I would love that.
For you to do it or for me to do it?
No, not for me to do it.
I would do it actually because we're only like half a mile from the school.
Yeah, That'd be real. I'd
Is
love.
Uncle Eric invited to this so that in case there was such a thing, we could get footage?
Yeah, all of a sudden he's
Yeah.
going to have his like baseball arms going to come back. He's like, oh yeah, no, I throw heaters like 80, 85, 90 miles an hour.
Decent at baseball.
He would hit it on the first try too.
I think that I would. I'm not like a terrible
And like,
sports person.
no, but it was like, you're not going to even like draw it out a little bit. Like, oh, look, I missed. Oh, I missed. No, it'd be like in the water.
Overhand or softball style. My sister played softball. It was always really fun. When we would play kickball, I'd always do like the wind up softball pitch for it.
Yeah. Nice.
So I get to, also that's what I get to do this afternoon. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
I'm not sure what's happening, but it's very important that they have one of us there. So, and then we have soccer practice for Ashton.
Game, right?
Both. They do like half and half, practice and game.
Got it.
Yep.
That'll be fun.
We have anniversary cookies we have to drop off.
Mm.
So we're gonna do another one of those tomorrow. And then
I'm doing
another
open
soccer game.
houses. I'm doing open houses this weekend.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Which ones?
Barbie Mill came on today. Got Seattle under contract yesterday, Matthews Beach, so that was cool.
Where's Matthews Beach?
It's just north of like UW, but before Lake City.
Oh, okay.
It's like closer to the water.
Near Sandpoint, kind of.
North of Sandpoint, yeah.
Magnuson.
It should be over there, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
I drive over to Seattle.
Nice. Do you? Yeah.
I'm in the yes mode. Yeah. Yeah.
totally.
You're like Linwood, and I'm like, yeah. There's Linwood up there for sure.
Oh.
Just teasing. I know. I had not heard of Matthews Beach before, so I did research on
These
it.
little like pocket neighborhoods are hard to keep track of.
One Mr. John Matthews, who originally settled there and made a farm in the early 1900s.
Cool.
That's what it's named after. And they do a cold plunge there. That's kind of like the jumping off point for...
Like a polar bear plunge?
Yes.
Huh.
Oh, polar bear plunge, yeah. Yep. So, there's that.
There's a couple of neighborhoods in Seattle that have thrown me like that. There's a road over by... there's a couple roads that are kind of in between 90 and 520 on the west side, where you'll be driving along on like regular normal neighborhood grid pattern, and then you'll dive off onto this road, and then you're cutting through like green belts on the kind of above West Lake Washington Boulevard down there. Didn't know these things are there.
Yeah.
You're just kind of meandering. It's quiet. You don't hear any traffic, and it's just trees everywhere over there. So,
Little Seattle pockets of fun.
all right. Well, thank you for joining us here on episode 29 of Property Pairings. I'm Jim Halbert, and this is Dwight Schrute. Remember to click like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
I wanted to call him Michael.
Oh, yeah,
that's
you can
funny.
be Michael.
Happy fall, y'all.
Oh.
You got your
No.
pairing?
That's
Nope.
why I keep stalking.
No, I've got one.
So you have a good Halo one?
Yeah, I know the lore extensively. But do you know who Sergeant Johnson is?
No, I don't.
You could be Peter LaFleur. He could be White Goodman.
Wait. What is that from?
Dodgeball. Literally last episode. You
Yes.
just said that you've seen it.
I have, but it's like I've seen it, but you caught me there. I was in Halo mode.
I was thinking of The Office, I
Yes.
swear. Dwight.
Jim and Dwight.
Yeah. That's bizarre. I'm more curious who's like Jim and Dwight.
Well, who do you think's gonna be Jim?
You're Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fact.